All right, what is going on, guys? In this video, I think I'm just gonna do these every single week. I'm gonna go over every single trade that I took this past week and kind of just go over every single A plus setup that presented itself this week or this past last week. It's currently Sunday, and I'm going over last week. So it was from Monday the 20th to Friday the 25th, right? Yeah. So or Friday the 24th. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we'll start Monday. And yeah, so Monday, actually, Platform X was down, so I personally didn't take anything. But off of Open, we get this giant candle, which is kind of what I expected, just because we have draws here and up here. And then yeah, we kind of just chopped up here. I wouldn't have been able to catch anything, so yeah, nothing to really go over. Platform X was down, couldn't trade Monday, so kind of nothing really go over for me. And then Tuesday, oh, yeah, okay. So Tuesday we were inside of a 4 hour gap here, but we did have a untapped 4 hour gap that was that did look like a pretty nice draw. So we had this untapped 4 hour gap, and yes, we are inside this, but don't really care. Kind of just expecting this gap to get filled. Um, and there was one trade setup you could have taken here, which was this short setup right here stops here, and then your take profit is here, kind of just a 1-to-1, and it would have been a break-even trade. So I didn't take this, didn't really have enough confidence to take it. But yeah. Also, I do want to preface, like, this week was pretty rough on my mental because I like had some difficulties with my Top Step accounts. Basically, I passed 5 accounts on Top Step, but when I went to check my follower accounts, they were somehow like all of the follower accounts were blown, but my leader account was passed, and I don't know how. Like, I literally don't know how that happened. So I'm just trying to contact Top Step support about it. They're saying it was just regular thing that happens sometimes with copy trading. I'm like, dude, there's no way it's that bad. So yeah, that definitely put some stress on me. Um, but again, I haven't mentioned this, but I got 3 Alpha Futures 50K 0 accounts, which I'll go over in a second. I got those on Friday, but let me just go over this. So Tuesday, no trade day. Now let's go into Wednesday. Okay, off Open Wednesday, we just completely dumped, and we did have a decent draw, right? Good draw right here. But ideally, we would have gotten like a bigger retracement up into like here, and then I could have shorted something like this, but we never got that. The only thing we ended up getting was a little bit of a gap tap with a little reaction, and I'll take things like that. So no trades to the lows, and then we get a flip off the lows, rip higher, sweep highs, and then dump right back down. And there was really nothing to take here. I mean, in my opinion, nothing really valid. The only setup I would have taken if I was on the charts was, so we had lows here, we had lows here. The only setup that I think was valid was a short right here off of this 5 minute closure. You could go short. That's the only trade I thought was valid, and I just didn't take it because it was a little bit late. So that was an A plus that we could have taken. But other than that, kind of just slowed down here. So nothing here Wednesday, no trades. And Thursday, where's Thursday? Okay. So Thursday we had an A plus trade. This is what I consider A plus. So we have some highs right here. That's the target. Off Open, we kind of just start to rip higher. We didn't really get any valid retracements within this leg. Nothing, no real retracements here. Just 1 or 2 candles, which that's not a retrace. But then we actually started to get a retrace. Like, this is a little bit slow and choppy, but it is a retracement. That's what I like to see, is a deep, slow retrace and then a fast flip. So what I see here is a retrace, and then there's a 15-minute gap that we filled. We also put in like an SMT right here, and then we had a really nice reaction off this candle. So I took longs. This is actually the trade that passed my 5 Top Step accounts. Passed. And then I realized that, again, my follower accounts were just all blown. And that really, really, really annoyed me because I already dropped a lot of money trying to just pass these accounts, and I wasn't fucking with it. So So that was that though. That was an A plus trade. Um, and then Friday was another A plus day. Let me show you. So essentially, CPI candle was 2 all-time highs. So created new all-time highs right here. Okay. And then of course, if we wanted to dump, data lows are free. So obviously that would have been nice, but we didn't really dump at all. So anyways, up open, we get a move down. I personally took a short to pass. This passed me 3 alpha futures, 50K zero accounts. I took a short and just pretty much took profit when I got to the profit target. So that was that. No real good reason here. Just a 15-minute gap here, inversion here. Nothing really that crazy. I don't really trade evals, so I just full ported it to the profit target, which is actually what ended up bottom ticking here. But yeah, I got myself max allo on alpha, and then I was trying to activate them. Like I wanted to do it right away, but if you guys know, like it takes a minute, and unfortunately, we missed this trade. I mean, obviously, I would have taken this with heavy size because it's absolutely a beautiful trade. I mean, it doesn't really get better than that. So that sucks. Couldn't take it. Couldn't take it here, whatever. Doesn't matter. But that's so annoying because accounts going to load. But anyways, just to log my first winning day on the alpha accounts and whatnot, I did take a trade to all-time highs. Right? Yeah, I did take a trade to all-time highs. It was okay. So it was more of a discretionary type of trade. We wicked a gap here. We could see this bullish reaction, and then once the candle closed like this, I was pretty confident in a long. So I literally just went long off that with a stop like right here. And yeah, I mean, it got kind of close to my stop loss, but then we just ended up hitting TP. Never really went break even here, just because I was in class, so I couldn't. But yeah, we made $350 per alpha account, so it's like $1,000 a day on Friday. Other than that, it was a pretty slow week. So yeah, just wanted to go over that. Wanted to show you guys all of the opportunity in the marketplace this past week, so you guys can now learn from this past week, bring it into the new week with lessons learned and discretion built. So hope you guys found value in this video. If you want to join my mentorship or my free Discord, I will put it in the description. Everything is the cheapest that it will ever be right now because I'm not super big on social media, so everything is the cheapest that it will ever be. So if you are looking to join, it is a good time. So, but other than that, guys, I appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.